Hey neighbor. Yeah, it's me. Do you have a minute? I know, it's kind of random, me just popping up over the fence like this. I hope I'm not interrupting anything. It's just, well, I've been doing a lot of thinking lately. You know how you see people walking around, holding hands, laughing together? Couples, I mean. It seems so natural, so easy for them. And it got me thinking about my own life, and I realized something that kind of hit me like a ton of bricks. It's been 2 years. 2 whole years since I've been in a relationship. I know, it probably sounds silly to even say it out loud. 2 years isn't forever, right? But when you live it day by day, it starts to feel like a really long time. At first, I didn't even notice. After my last breakup, I told myself I needed a break. I needed to focus on myself, I'll figure out what I wanted, get my career on track, all that good stuff. And I did. I really poured myself into work. I reconnected with old friends. I even picked up a few new hobbies. I was busy, and being busy felt good. It felt productive. I told myself I was happy being single, that I was independent and strong, and I didn't need anyone else to complete me. And for a while, I genuinely believed it. But then, things started to change. It wasn't a big, dramatic moment. It was slow. It was the little things. It was coming home to an empty apartment after a long day at work, with no one to tell about the funny thing my boss said. It was cooking a nice meal and having no one to share it with, so I just eat leftovers for 3 days straight. It was seeing a beautiful sunset and taking a picture, but then realizing there was no one I really wanted to send it to. No one who would get just as excited about it as I was. It's the quiet moments that get you. It's the weekends with no plans, where you see everyone else on social media, out on dates, or having cozy nights in, and you're just there, alone. The whole dating scene has changed so much too. Or maybe I've just changed. I've tried the apps. Trust me, I've swiped until my thumb was sore. I've had those awkward first date conversations where you feel like you're in a job interview. You ask the same questions, you give the same answers. What do you do for fun? What are you looking for? It all feels so formulaic, so transactional. You're scrolling through faces like you're shopping online, and it just feels so disconnected from what I'm actually looking for, which is a real, genuine connection. And honestly, it started to mess with my confidence. You start to wonder, is there something wrong with me? Am I not interesting enough? Not attractive enough? Am I too picky? Not picky enough. You second guess everything, I see you guys laughing while you're gardening, or just sitting on the porch together. And it's not that I'm jealous, not in a bad way. It's more like I'm inspired. It looks so real. It looks like what I want. It looks like friendship and partnership all rolled into one. So I've been trying to figure out what to do. How do you even meet people anymore outside of a screen? I go to the gym. I go to coffee shops. But everyone has their headphones in. Everyone is in their own little bubble. Feels like we've forgotten how to just talk to each other. How to strike up a conversation with a stranger without some ulterior motive. And that's what's been on my mind. How do I break out of this pattern? How do I put myself out there in a way that feels authentic and not desperate? I guess what I'm trying to say, in a really long-winded way, is that I'm kind of stuck. I feel like I've built this nice little life for myself, but there's a huge piece missing. And the longer I go without it, the harder it feels to find. It's like a muscle you haven't used in a while. It gets stiff and you're not sure how to make it work again. You forget how to flirt, how to be vulnerable, how to let someone in. You build up these walls to protect yourself, but then you realize you've accidentally trapped yourself inside. So, and this is the really awkward part, I was wondering, if you knew anyone? I know, I can't believe I'm actually saying this. It feels so, old-fashioned. It's like something out of a movie. But you guys have such a great circle of friends. You're so social and you know so many people. I'm not asking you to be a matchmaker or anything, not officially, but just if you happen to know a nice single person who you think might be a good human being, maybe you could keep me in mind. I'm not looking for anything perfect. I'm just looking for someone kind, someone I can talk to, someone who makes me laugh, someone who wouldn't mind sharing a sunset with me, a good person. I'm a loyal friend. I have a steady job. I'm a pretty good cook if I do say so myself. And I think I have a decent sense of humor. I don't know how to advertise that on a dating profile without it sounding like a resume. It's just so hard to be vulnerable like this. It feels like I'm admitting defeat or something. But I'm tired of pretending I'm perfectly happy on my own all the time. I'm not. I want to share my life with someone. I want to have a partner in crime, a teammate. and I'm finally ready to admit that out loud. I figured, if I can't be honest with my neighbor over the fence, who can I be honest with? So, no pressure at all. Seriously, if this is too weird, just forget I said anything. We can go back to talking about the weather, or whose turn it is to mow the lawn strip between our houses. But I just had to get it off my chest. I had to ask. Because the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result, right? Well, swiping on apps and sitting at home alone isn't working, so I'm trying something new. I'm asking for help. Anyway, thanks for listening. Really. It actually feels a lot better just to have said all that out loud to another person instead of just having it swirl around in my own head. You're a good listener. So yeah, the offer stands. If a wonderful single friend of yours happens to pop into your head, you know where to find me? Right over here? I'll probably be the one trying to cook a meal for one and failing. Thanks again, neighbor. I'll let you get back to your day. Let me know if you ever need to borrow a cup of sugar or, need someone to vent to about being single for 2 years. I'm your guy. See you around.